Yeah, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Cast Visuals. It's your boy KG. We're back. This is the Originals Fan Watches. I am in the new place. I'm still getting some stuff together. The room is still kind of empty. Still doing a little bit of setting up, but I got it set up enough to where I can give you guys that content. You know what I mean? So this is the Originals Fan Watches, The Vampire Diaries, Season 3, Episode 8, The Ordinary People. I don't know what this is about. I just had to go check out the last episode again so I can remember where I was at. Been so busy over the past week moving stuff around. But, you know, everybody from the other side came through. Vicky, Anna, her and Jeremy's whole situation, like him betraying Bonnie's trust and everything like that. Like that upset me, you know what I mean? I'm like, she ain't even really there, so I mean, like, you know. And then it's the fact that Bonnie closed the door to the other side. Damon and Mason went out and found well, it was in a tunnel, like deep in a tunnel, and basically it was like these drawings. Well, Mason disappeared when he saw it. Alart went with Damon after Damon apologized, and Alart found the writing. So I guess that's where we're going to pick up this time. So yeah, I've been waiting for a good minute to catch this episode. I'm ready to watch this thing. So let's go ahead and get into it. Season 8, Episode 3. Let's get it.
What is all this?
Well, as far as I can tell, it's a story. In simple archaeological terms, it's a really, really old story. That right there is a moon cycle. A man, a wolf.
A werewolf?
Yeah, it's the Lockwood Diaries. Pictionary stuff.
I don't understand. I thought the Lockwoods came here with the original founders in the 1860s.
No, maybe the Lockwoods did, but according to this wall, these werewolves have been here a lot longer than that.
How long?
Long. It's better. Sure, Rick.
Names.
Even before the vampires, thanks to Originals.
Viking script.
Vikings?
This name here, when translated, reads Niklaus.
Klaus.
Elijah.
Boy, ancient.
Rebecca will come around.
You sure about that? I mean, a 1,000-year-old vampire, I'm sure, has learned the art of patience.
She's a 1,000-year-old vampire who's joined the cheerleading squad. There's a whole different set of rules in play here, Rick. I got this.
You know, you two are gonna keep me locked in here for the next decade. I think we can skip the routine visits.
You know I'm not a big champion of this whole Lexi recovery plan. But Elena thinks this place is gonna weaken you out, break you down, and make you feel again.
You know, Klaus may want to keep Elena alive, but that doesn't mean she's safe with Rebecca.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, brother. Klaus compelled you to protect Elena, and if you thought for even a second that she was in danger, you'd be working a lot harder.
Got me.
Yep.
Got me. You're good. Congratulations.
Well, Elijah said that your father was a landowner in Europe. How did you guys end up here? My parents had just started a family when a plague struck their homeland. They lost a child to us. They wanted to escape and protect their future family from the same fate. So how did you end up here? This part of the world hadn't even been discovered yet. Not by anyone in your history books. But my mother knew the witch Ayana, who heard from the spirits of a mystical land where everyone was healthy. Blessed by the gifts of speed and strength. That led my family here, where we lived amongst those people. The werewolves? To us, they were just our neighbors. My family lived in peace with them for over 20 years, during which time...
That explains why.
My family had more children. Ayana, you burned me.
That is not yours to touch.
Is that the Klaus? Something's wrong.
Their brother.
One full moon, Klaus and my youngest brother Henrik snuck out to watch the men turn into beasts. That was forbidden. Henrik paid the price.
No! No! What happened?
The wolves. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What's the catch, Damon?
No catch, brother. Drink up. It's on me.
Hi, Callie.
Oh yeah, he just sits in the way so nobody can see.
Drink up, brother. You can get us another bottle of this. You've been on this bunny diet for the better part of 50 years. So how is it that Saint Stephen, of all people, is good at a drinking game?
Well, the bunny diet gave me a lot of time to practice. Wallow in despair, drown in guilt. You are worse than Elena. Getting me drunk, brotherly bonding. But you think I'll break down and you could pull me back from the edge, is that it?
I happen to like the edge, Stefan. Your problem is your inability to resist falling over it. Although, who am I to judge? Drink up, brother.
Because my mother was also a witch.
What?
The witch of the original family. The original witch.
You care about what she thinks.
Maybe I wanted to remind you what freedom was like before Klaus took it from you.
As long as Klaus is alive, I do what he says.
That's my point, Stefan. You've given up. Now you can sit around and be his little bitch, or you can get mad enough and you can do something about it.
Damon, he can't be killed.
Maybe I can help with that.
Oh shit.
The Salvatore boys, I presume.
Michael.
When
Whoa.
Nick made his first human kill, it triggered his werewolf
Yep.
gene.
And he was like,
But that
"You're not
became
my
my
son."
father's
And I was like,
greatest
ah, shit.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
Elijah told me this part of the story. Your mother had had an affair with one of the werewolf villagers. Klaus wasn't his son.
She tried to make it right. She put the hybrid curse on Nick to suppress his werewolf side, and then she turned her back on him. But Michael's greatest weakness as a human was his pride. As a vampire, that was magnified.
Mm.
He went on a rampage and killed half the village.
Michael killed your mother.
He said
But-
she broke his heart, so he would break hers.
But Klaus is the one that
He tore it from her chest. as
killed
Nick
her,
watched.
correct?
Afterwards,
Is that
my
is that
father
what
took
Nick
off
said?
in a rage, and the rest of my
Yeah.
family scattered.
Because in
Next
originals
day,
he was like, "I did
he
it."
helped me bury her. He knew I had to say goodbye to my mother. I know you think she hated you, Niklaus, but she did not. I'm sorry she turned her back on you. I will never do that.
Mm.
Nor will I.
A
We stick together.
that
as
music.
one. Always and forever. I'm stubborn. Elijah, moral, and Nick. Nick has no tolerance for those who disappoint him. Over 1,000 years as a family, we've all made that mistake at least once. I've made it several times.
But you still love him?
He's my brother.
All right. Can you tell me the last time you spoke to Nicholas?
I am compelled to do what he says, and he says to keep my damn mouth shut.
I don't know, Klaus has been running for about 1,000 years, so if you think you're gonna get a work around here, you're not gonna...
Come on. What's the trick question, Stefan?
One twist and he's dead. Unless you don't care, of course.
Well, his emotions. Shut up. He can't care.
Really? His link to Klaus is so strong that he would let his own brother die? No ideas? Hmm? Think, Stefan. I guess you're right. He's a dead end. And so are you, Damon.
Wait. I can bring him back.
With the werewolf gene comes aggression and violence. When he turned, all of that was heightened. He killed her, Rebecca. And then he made up this entire lie about your father so that he wouldn't lose you.
Ooh, my brother's about to die, and I just have to save his life for the bajillionth time. Careful, Stefan, your memory's showing.
So you know what? You're right, Damon. You're right. You reminded me what my freedom felt like.
Huh.
And when we kill Klaus, I'll be free. Free to leave. See, I didn't do this for you, Damon. I did it for myself.
Sure, Stefan. Whatever you say.
Why are you doing this, huh? What do you want from me? Why is everybody trying to save me?
Because I have to, Stefan. Because you're in this mess with Klaus because you saved my life. Because I owe you. And I can't just leave you in a cell to rot.
Your humanity's showing.
To save him from himself. It won't be because he loves me. It'll be because he loves you.
Wow. Crazy. That was a really good episode. Yeah, we got a lot of really interesting things in there as far as like seeing like Damon and Stefan, like Damon setting him loose and like not trying to like overdo it, not trying to like oh my god, I gotta help you get better, like I'm not gonna torture you or whatever. It's like, honestly, this is the side of you I've been wanting since, like, you know, for years. So I'm like, I think as to a certain extent it was cool for Damon to see this, and like Stefan being the way he is now, it was just like, I think even though he has no emotions, like you get to see him just kind of like somewhat enjoying itself, you know what I mean? It's like they're more so alike right now at this point, so that's pretty cool. Michael showing up, that was unexpected, even though I feel like I should have seen that coming. The fact that like Klaus has nobody right now, like, well, I feel like Stefan is still on the edge. Stefan's gonna have to keep up. If Stefan is on the same side of like as Damon and Elena, Stefan's going to have to like keep up his appearances with Klaus. He's gonna have to not miss a step at all, you know what I mean? Because everything's only going to get harder from here on out with him trying to turn on Klaus, you know. Rebecca, this episode, it was really fun seeing her give her side of the backstory. It's like each original, if you notice, teaches us something different. Elijah taught us about who and what Klaus is. Rebecca taught us about the original family, who the original family is, like their backstory, the original witch. She connected a lot of pieces here. The original witch, I had a feeling when they said the original witch, I was like, it's gotta be Esther, because Esther's the one that turned them. Then they brought in the other witch, so I'm like, maybe it wasn't, but okay, I see. And I love the way that how they explain vampires can't be witches. Like, you can either be a servant of nature, or like an abomination of nature. You can't be both. So that's pretty wild. That's a really interesting concept, actually. I really like that. So I knew Elijah found out that Klaus killed their mom like 900 years ago, like from Aurora. Remember, because when they ended up there, and Elijah first learned to compel people, the first time he ever did it, at least that's what they say in originals, he compelled Aurora, like, what did Klaus tell you? And she was just like, he told me he's the one that killed your mom. And then, you know, Elijah and them, but I didn't know Rebecca, didn't find out until now. Like, boy, oh my God. Then it's cool seeing the way that the way everything's just like pieced together, the reason, like how Klaus's mother met a werewolf and stuff, because they lived in a werewolf community basically. So of course that happened while Michael's at war. You see the rage Michael already had against Klaus, like for the youngest child dying, you know what I mean? And then it just kept building up to the point where it's like, now he's not my son at all. Like this, you know, he was an abomination to Michael, and Michael's called him that before. So the way this episode connected the dots to me was insane. But oh my God, yeah, I really enjoyed this. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. How do you feel when you first got to this episode? What in you guys' opinions, because you know what intrigues me about this. I want to know what at this point really pulled your interest more into the originals. Like what part of it did it, like, in, like, was it this conversation with Rebecca? Was it, you know, the things with like learning about Michael and Klaus's relationship? Like what about it like really was like, oh man, this is crazy? And then, but you see how they're making it to where like Klaus, he just had like a terrible like upcoming from Michael, and like this is the Klaus that I know from originals, kinda, because it's just like he's like, I do bad, like I'm impulsive, I do bad things because bad things were done to me. It, like, he doesn't mean to, like, it's like, I don't want to say he doesn't mean to come off that way, because at times he does, but it's just like he realizes, or like he's grown to see that that's how things get done. Like, if you want something done, you have to put fear in them. Like that's how, like, putting fear in people will make them listen. And Klaus picked that up. So you know, Klaus became already more impulsive, and then I don't know, it's just bricks by bricks. Like that's just something that's always driven me to Klaus. It's like his actions are consequences, but he's, I don't know, it's like his actions are consequences of his past, but his actions are having consequences in the original. So it's like a whole, like, oh my God. But yeah, I'm gonna keep rambling, but yeah, you guys let me know in the comments what you think. I will see you guys in episode 9.
This is Cast Visuals.